Welcome to tonight's meet against the Farmington Tigers, who is coached by head coach Anthony Perast and assisted by Jordan Lench. Dive coach is John Teague. The head coach for your Eagan Wildcats is Andrew Michelson, assisted by Carl Kinseth, and the dive coach is Ben Wolf. The Eagan Wildcat captains are Megan Wall, Teresa Gaddy, Tara Lee, and Olivia Madden. The officials for tonight's meet are Frank Gertner and Stephanie Sonnenborg. Now, please stand for the playing of our national anthem.
Good evening. Oh, I got a lot of feedback here. That's better. Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Microphone Tongass coming to you again from the Dakota Hills Middle School. The paddle battle that will take place between South Suburban Conference foes, the Eagan hometown Cats, and the Farmington Tigers. Eagan having a little bit of a rough season within the conference. They have beaten Burnsville, and to my knowledge, that is the only victory they've got within the conference at this point this year. Farmington, I do not know how they have fared at this point. It's tough finding this stuff online of how these teams sit in the conference, even by wins and losses. But the meet will ensue here momentarily. Frank Gardner, head referee, taking charge here momentarily as well. Here we go. We're going to be starting this off with the 200 medley relay. Junior varsity. Let me find my glasses here and my paperwork, and I can give you the names. This will be a junior varsity event. For the Lady Tigers from Farmington, Parker Samuel, Izzy Outwater, Olivia Macieij. Not sure how to pronounce that one, but I'd rather spell it and have it right. River Koski. For Eagan, Annika Swaminathan, Stella Phelps, Megan Labashane, and Ashlyn McCauley. And the Lady Tigers in lane 4, Harper Hope, Sasha Folland, Leah Warmka, and Audrey Sontag. The Tigers, sporting the orange and black, will be in lanes 2, 4, and 6 tonight. Eagan, sporting the blue and white, will be in 1, 3, and 5. I will do my best to not butcher any last names so that those of you who are streaming online and hone in on the lane that your swimmer is swimming in. I will do my best as well to give you the times at final. Usually these meets move around quickly enough that I can get through the first 4. I will give you 5 and 6 if time permits, but usually the points are given to the first, second, third, and fourth place finishers. At current, in lanes 2 and 4, the Farmington squads are ahead. Lane 4 is probably about three body lengths ahead of her current teammate, who's closing that gap a little bit, but both teams are about a half a pool length ahead. Eagan. Both Farmington teams into the water comparatively close to each other in the 50 free portion of this 200 medley relay. As I look across the deck, I see that Farmington has a new coach this year. Ms. Jen Marshall is no longer there. After, I think, approximately about a 10-year run that she had, she has stepped aside and allowing someone else to give it a run. Farmington coming in lane 4, coming in first with a time of 2:25.26. Farmington, lane 2, a 2:30.53, and Eagan with a 2:33.86. My apologies for not knowing the coach's name on the Farmington side, as they are fresh, new, and exciting to me. Andrew Michelson, head coach at Eagan. Carl Kenseth, assistant coach, diving coach. Had the names written down here just a few minutes ago. I got interrupted by something else, and I never did write the name down. So my fault. I haven't even gotten 5 minutes into this, and I'm already failing. Next up will be the 200 medley relay varsity. There will be 3 Farmington teams, 2 Eagan teams. 2, 4, and 6 for Farmington. 3 and 5 lane for Eagan. And off they go with the backstroke portion. All off to a clean start. Lanes 2, 3, 4, and 6 all hit the wall about the same time. Lane 5, not far behind, slowly falling further behind though. Again, 2, 3, 4, and 6 all off the wall in the breaststroke portion about the same time. Farmington may have a slight lead in lane 4. The breaststroke at times can be a differentiator in this entire event. For some reason, those who can do the breaststroke do it very well. Farmington, lane 4, with approximately about 2 body length lead. They'll hit the wall first, with lanes 2 and 3 approximately the same time into the butterfly portion. At current, we have lanes 4, 3, 2, and that would be their placing. Lane 6 would be in 4th place on the far side, and lane 5 for Eagan is gaining some ground. Now she may overtake lane 6 here. They're now dead even. Lane 4, lane 3, lane 2 all send in the 50 free portion. Eagan in lane 5 just dominating her portion of the butterfly. A nice run for her. If everything stays current, lane 4 will win this one. However, Farmington and Eagan are going to be fighting it out in lanes 2 and 3. The gap is closing. Who wants it more? Eagan will touch it first, but not by much. A good effort here early in the meet. Lane 5 will then come in, and then lane 6. First place at 2:04.71. Second place, 2:08.51. Third place, 2:08.95. And in 4th place, lane 5, 2:15.90. That's an exciting race. That's what we love to see. Next up will be the 200 freestyle. This will be a junior varsity event. Each team representing each lane. Haley Craigie for Eagan, lane 1. Josie Ribling, lane 2 for the Tigers. Bryn Williams, lane 3. Eagan. Claire Dulman, lane 4. A 7th grader in lane 4. Ashlyn McCauley, lane 5 for the Eagans. And Harper Hoppy, an 8th grader for the Tigers. As you see it on your screen, as I'm seeing it from my side, lane 1 is closest to me, lane 6 is furthest. Lanes 1, 3, 6, 2, 4, 6, all hit the wall about the same time, all Tigers at this point. Down to the far end of the pool they go. Lanes 2 and 4, dead heat. About a 2 body length lead over their teammate in lane 6, Eagan. Lane 3 and 5 are close at it. Hitting different measurements in the pool at approximately the same time. And lane 1, down here in lane 1, the young lady from Eagan. Farmington, lane 4. Stretching it out here a little bit. Lanes 2 and 6, still about even. Lane 4 swimming a steady, consistent race. Egan's lane 3 and 5, still in a dead heat with each other. About a 1-stroke lead as I was counting in for lane 3. Coach Michelson cheering them on. The Tigers will take a 1-2-3 finish in this one. Lane 4, lane 6, and then lane 2. Lane 4 with the first place finish of 2:20.72. Second place, 2:22.98. Third place at 2:26.19. All Tigers. And coming into the home stretch, lane 5 for Eagan will take 4th place with a 2:38.93. 5th place, 2:39.94. And as we finish up the JV portion of this, it will be lane 1 with a 2:49.90. Next up, the varsity. Same event, the 200 free.
The next event in the pool is event number 4, the varsity girls 200-yard freestyle.
Amanda Gordon will be in lane 1. Parker Reich will be in lane 2 for the Tigers. Teresa Gotti, lane 3, Eagan. Taylor Gergen, lane 4. Claire Kinseth in lane 5. And Caitlin Radke in lane 6 for the Wildcats. All things pretty steady here after the first 50. Lanes 3, 4, and 5 all hitting the wall about the same time. 2 and 6 approximately the same time with only about a half a body length over lead 1. Eagan, lane 3, starting to stretch it out a little bit. We'll see how that goes. Lane 5, lane 4, neck and neck, followed very closely behind lane 2. Lane 3 for Eagan, hits the wall first, got about a 2 body length lead over her counterpart in lane 4. Lane 5, Claire Kenseth, sticking with it. Teresa Gotti, lane 3, looking strong, coming into her final lap. Got about a 1, 2, 3, 4 body length lead. She's at the halfway point of the pool. Claire Kenseth in lane 5 and lane 4 still holding strong with each other. We'll see how that pans out. Gotti coming in lane 3. Unless something drastic happens, she will take first place for the Wildcats. Coming into the home stretch, it's going to be Claire Kenseth and the young lady from Farmington. Who wants it more? They're right with it, stroke for stroke. Here they're going to hit the wall together. Farmington grabs it by a fingernail. Claire Kenseth coming in third. Fourth place will come in lane 2. So here goes the top. First place, 2:04.78. Second place, 2:07.88. Third place, 2:08.21. And in fourth place, 2:13.48. So an exciting race. That's what we love to see, ladies. Next up, the 200-yard IM junior varsity, down and back, a 50 of each stroke.
Next event in the pool is event number 5, the junior varsity girls 200-yard individual medley.
Michaela Gabrielson. Hannah Fernand, for the Tigers, this will be an all Farmington event. Andrew choosing not to have anybody in this race, maybe not the numbers there, or just taking a break on it a little bit. Michaela Gabrielson will be in lane 2 for the Tigers. Hannah Fernandez, lane 4, and Sasha Folland, the 9th grader, will be in lane 6. Again, all 3 Farmington swimmers. The butterfly portion of this 200 IM, a 50 down and back, lane 4. In the lead on this one. She hits the wall. Into the backstroke portion they go. Lane 4 still ahead. Lane 2 not far behind at all. The lead starting to stretch out over lane 6. Far into the pool, they hit the end at approximately the same time. A little bit of a lead on lane 4, not much. Hannah Fernandez closing that gap just a little bit. At the backstroke, both lane 2, Michaela and Hannah hit it both at the exact same time. Into the breaststroke portion. Lane 6, Sasha Folland hits the wall, coming out breaststroking. Michaela in lane 2 is actually taking a little bit of a slight lead over her counterpart in lane 4. That gap was closed very quickly. They'll both hit the wall at the same time and see who wants it the most in the 50 here. In the 50 free portion of this race. And off they go. Lane 6 hits the wall, and off she goes to the 50 free portion. I guess it can't be a free. She has to do the breast, or the it's coming in close. Lane 4 has got about a 2-stroke lead, not much more. Could be tight. Lane 4 is going to win this one with a 2:43.36, a 2:43.59 comes in second place. That's lane 2. And in lane 3, she will finish up here momentarily. In third place in lane 6, will finish momentarily at a 2:58.77. Event 6, the girls' 200-yard IM.
Next event in the pool is event number 6, the varsity girls 200-yard individual medley.
Tara Lee for Eagan will be in lane 1. Maddie Cardoza in lane 2 for Farmington. Megan Wall, lane 3, Eagan. Summer Kraus, lane 4. senior for the Tigers. Malaya Cartier, lane 5. Aliyah DeWild, the 9th grader for the Farmington Tigers. A lot of water splashing down there, all at about the same level. Nobody's running away with it at this point. Lanes 3 and 4 are ahead as expected. They both hit the wall at the exact same time. To give you a little bit of a guidance on their scheduled times, in lane 3, Megan Wall had a 2:22.93, so we'll see what happens with her scheduled time. And Summer Krause, I'm not sure if she's the younger sister of the Krause young student that swam and dove for Farmington in the boys program a few years ago. She's scheduled in a 2:23.08. Cruzy or Kraus in lane 4 hits the wall first with Megan Wall right on her tail. Into the breaststroke portion we go. Those of you out there looking at advertising and you have not of yet, you're missing an opportunity to advertise. And approximately about 150 to 200 people here this evening, which is too bad because you could be moving some product while you're sitting at home listening to this stream. If you're interested, get a hold of somebody at the athletic department at Eagan or get a hold of Andrew Michelson at the swim department. As you search up emails and stuff, they'd sure love to have your support, I'm sure of that. Into the breaststroke, the free we go. Krause from Farmington's got about a 1.5 body length lead over Ms. Wall in lane 3. Lanes 2 and 5 are neck and neck. That's going to be too close to call. That might be the real race within the race. Lane 4 will come in first from Farmington. Lane 3 will come in second place. It's going to be a tight finish between lanes 2 and lane 5. Farmington will grab that one. Lane 5 then, lane 6, and to finish it out will be lane 1. First place went to a 2:22.33. Second place, a 2:24.31. Third place, 2:29.01. And in fourth place, 2:30.11. Next up, don't blink too fast. You got the 50 freeze coming up. This will be a junior varsity event and one event only for the JV. Megan Labashane will be in the lane 1 for the Eaganites. Bryn Allison, Asleson. Molly Tolik for Eagan. Stacy Grinyayev for Farmington. Maddie Gerens, lane 5. Olivia Maseji, Macieij is how that one is spelled. I cannot pronounce it. Down and back they go. Farmington on the surface looks like it'll take a 1-2 finish. Lane 4 and lane 6. First place a 30.15. Second place a 30.21. Third place 30.89. And in fourth place a 31.02. And that was the JV portion. Next up, the 50 free varsity. Katie Lebo, Eagan. Next event to the pool is event number 8. Michaela Cordoza, an 8th grader for Farmington in lane 2. Allison Luker, lane 3. Kate Lench, lane 4 for the Tigers. Lucy Norman in lane 5 for Eagan, and Michaela Udell in lane 6 for Farmington. All is off to a clean start. No hands raised by the referees. Everyone hits the wall about the same time. Farmington, lane 4, lane 3, Eagan. Lane 2, Farmington. It's going to be close. Lane 6, don't forget about her. Again, it's a lane 4, lane 6 finish. Lane 4, 27.01. Second place at 27.67 in lane 2. Third place at 28.08 and fourth place 28.45. All right, that'll take care of the first half of this meet. Next, we're going to take about a 10-minute break as the swimmers exit the pool and the divers will enter the diving well for a few practice dives. Usually that's about 10 minutes. So those of you streaming want to grab a quick bite to eat, a quick drink, or anything else that you can get done quickly. It's usually about 10 minutes. So with that, we will take a break and we will be back in 10.
All right, the order for the divers is Asia Shaw, Martha Martinez, Ella Bailey, Katie Goggin, Olivia Madden, Gwen Perka, Hansong Trong, Finn Samuel, Julia Schluter, and Brooke Kuntz.
Welcome back to the diving portion of this
First up,
South Suburban Conference meet
Asia
between
Shaw.
Farmington and Eagan.
A 101A forward dive S, 1.4. On deck, Martha.
For Eagan up first. Asa Shaw.
Scores 4, 4, 4. Oh, 4.5. Sorry. Up, Martha Martinez, a 202B, back 1, somersault, pike, 1.6. On deck, Ella.
I'm hoping that you at home are hearing this as clearly as I am. If that's the case, I will do very little speaking, which is probably a plus for most of you. You should be able to hear this in regards to the scores, the diver, and what they're diving.
Scores 5, 5, 5. Up next, Ella Bailey, a 401C inward dive tuck, 1.4. On deck, Katie. Scores 3, 4, 4. On the board, Katie Goggin, a 201A back dive straight, 1.7. A 201A back dive straight, 1.7.
For Katie Guggen.
Scores 3, 3.5, 3.5. Up next, Olivia Madden, a 401B inward dive pike, 1.5. On deck, Gwen. Scores 5, 4.5, 5. Up next, Gwen Herka, a 201A back dive straight, 1.7. Scores 4, 4.5, 4. Up next, Hansong Trong, a 201A back dive straight, 1.7. Scores 3.5, 4, 4. Up next, Finn Samuel, a 202A, back 1 somersault straight, 1.7. Scores 4.5, 5, 5. Up next, Julia Schluter, a 201A, back dive straight, 1.7. Scores 7, 6, 5. Up next, Brooke Kuntz, 201A, back dive straight, 1.7. Asia on deck. Scores 4.5, 4.5, 5. Round number 2. Up is Asiya Shah, a 102C, forward 1 somersault, tuck 1.4. Scores 3, 3.5, 4. Up next, Martha Martinez, 201A, back dive straight, 1.7. Ella is on deck. Scores 3.5, 4.5, 4. Up next, Ella Bailey, 102C, forward 1 somersault, tuck 1.4. On deck, Katie. Scores 3.5, 5, 4.5. Up next, Katie Goggin, 202C, back 1 somersault, tuck 1.5. Four, 4, 4. Up next, Olivia Madden, 402C, inward 1 somersault, tuck 1.6. Five and a half, 4.5, 4.5. Next up, Gwen Herka, 202A, back 1 somersault, straight 1.7. Five, 5, 5. Next up, Han San Tuong, 202A, back 1 somersault straight, 1.7. Three, 2, 4. Next up, Finn Samuel, 101B, forward dive, pike, 1.3. Five and a half. Next up, Julia Schluter, 202B, back 1, somersault pike, 1.6. Five and a half, 5, 3.5. Next up, Brooke Kuntz, 202C, back 1, somersault tuck, 1.5. Two and a half, 3, 4. Round number 3. Asiya Shah, 401C, inward dive tuck, 1.4.
This will be Asiya's last dive of the evening.
Four, 4.5, 3.5. Next up, Martha, 101C, forward dive, tuck, 1.2. Ella's on deck.
This will also be Martha's last dive of the evening.
Four, 3.5, 4. Next up, Ella, 101C, forward dive, tuck, 1.2. Next up, Katie.
This will be Ella's last dive of the evening.
Four and a half, 5, 4.5. Next up, Katie, 102C, forward 1, somersault, tuck, 1.4. On deck, Olivia.
This will be Katie's last dive of the evening.
Four, 4.5. Next up, Olivia, 102B, forward 1, somersault, pike, 1.5. On deck, Gwen.
This will be Olivia's last dive of the evening.
Five, 4.5. Up now is Gwen, a 102B, forward 1, somersault, pike, 1.5. On deck, Han. Five and a half, 6, 5.5. Up now, Han Song, 103B, forward 1.5, somersault, pike, 1.7. On deck, Finn. Three and a half, 4.5, 4.5. Up now is Finn, 102B, forward, 1 somersault pike, 1.5. Four and a half, 6.5, 5. Up now is Julia with a 403C, inward 1.5 somersault tuck, 2.2. On deck, Brooke. Three and a half, 4. Up now is Brooke with a 401B, inward dive, pike, 1.5. Gwen's on deck. Three and a half, 2.5, 3. This is round number 4. What were they? Oh, 2. This is Gwen with round number 4 with a 103B, forward 1.5 somersault pike, 1.7. On deck, Han. Five, 4.5, 5. Up now is Han with a 104B, forward 2, somersault pike, 2.3. Absolutely. It's a 104B, forward 2, somersault pike, 2.3. Two, 2.5, 3.5. Now up is Finn Samuel with a 201A back dive straight, 1.7. Four, 4.5, 4.5. Up now is Julia with a 103B, forward 1.5 somersault pike, 1.7. On deck is Brooke. Six, 7, 6. Up now is Brooke. 102B, forward 1 somersault pike, 1.5. On deck, Gwen. Two and a half, 3, 3. This is round number 5. On the board is Gwen with a 401B, inward dive pike, 1.5. 5.5, 5, 5.5. On the board is Hansan with a 401B inward dive pike, 1.5. Five, 5.5, 6. Now on the board is Finn, 401B, inward dive pike, 1.5. On deck, Julia. Four and a half, 5. On the board is Julia with a 104C forward 2 somersault, tuck 2.2. On deck, Brooke. Six and a half, 5.5. On the board is Brooke with a 103B forward 1.5 somersault pike, 1.7. I didn't get the first score. Re-announced it, yes. It's a 103B forward, 1.5 somersault pike, 1.7. 2, 2, 3. This is round number 6. On the board is Gwen with a 5-1-2-1D forward 1 somersault, half twist free, 1.7. No dive. Got it. Failed dive. Now up is Hansan with a 5-2-3-1D, back 1.5 somersault, half twist free, 2.1. Three and a half, 3, 4. On the board is Finn with a 5-2-1-1A back dive, half twist straight, 1.8. Two and a half, 2, 2.5. On the board is Julia with a 301C reverse dive tuck, 1.6. Five, 4.5, 5.5. Now on the board is Brooke with a 301A reverse dive straight, 1.8. Three and a half, 3, 4. This concludes the diving competition.
All right, as you heard, that concludes the diving portion of this meet between Farmington and Eagan. Typically what happens at this point, again, they take another 10-minute break, grab yourselves a quick bite to eat, a quick drink, and we will be back in 10.
That will be a 10-minute warm-up.
Welcome back to the Dakota Hills Middle School as we come out of the break listening to a little John Bon Jovi. Tommy used to work at the docks. Gina worked at the diner. Blah, blah, blah. Back in the day. It's good to see they're mixing in some of the old stuff, though. I like that. Coming out of the break, we are going to be first witnessing the 100 butterfly. This will be a junior varsity event, I believe. Let me get my glasses on here. Yes, it'll be a junior varsity. Parker Samuel will be in lane 2. Stella Phelps, lane 3. Aubrey Sontag in lane 4. In lane 5, Ashlyn McCauley. And in lane 6, Stacy Grin Yavev.
Is event number 11, the junior varsity girls 100-yard butterfly.
Down and back twice doing the butterfly. And apparently we've lost a swimmer along the way as there's only 4 of the 6 lanes being used, so which means 1 and 2. A Parker Samuel from Farmington, who was scheduled to be in lane 2, is not participating and do not know the reason why. So down and back twice on the butterfly. Lane 6 for Farmington at this point, stretching it out. And looking strong, I might add, as she hits the wall for her last 50. Next up at the wall will be lane 5, Eagan. And in lanes 3 and 4, they both hit the wall at the same time. Eagan, lane 3, Farmington, lane 4. Stacy, way out in lane 6 for Farmington, is hitting the wall. She's already on her way back. She's going to have a nice, solid JV time. Lane 5 for Eagan is in second place. She's at the halfway point of the pool. The first place finish comes in with a 1:13.56. Eagan, lane 5, will come in second with a 1:25.51. Then it'll be lane 4 with a 1:30.45, and in fourth place will come in at a 1:33.62. Not bad at all. Next up, same event, varsity. Zasha Padilla will be in lane 1. Caitlin Radke, lane 2. Teresa Gotti, lane 3. Josie Rebelin, lane 4. Malaya Cartier, lane 5, and Nella Bruja, lane 6 for Farmington. One big splash into the pool and off they go. As I untwist my cord from my microphone here, you'd think it's the first time I was doing this. Right now, at current, lane 3, Eagan putting up a nice run. Teresa Gotti got about a 2-body length lead over her counterpart in lane 5. Malaya Cartier. Lane 4 and Farmington right on her heels, maybe an elbow's length behind. So that one's going to be too close to call. Teresa Gotti leading the field. She's got about a half a pool length to go. Can't keep an eye on lane 1 down here as well. She might come in second place. This might be a 1-2-3 Eagan finish. It is. Miss Gotti with a finish of first place, a 1:06.03. Second place, lane 1, a 1:09.07. And in third place, a 1:09.21. And in fourth place for Farmington, a 1:12.46. So a nice start for the Eagan Cats with a 1-2-3 finish in the 100 butterfly. That'll get them some points. I do not know at this point what the current scores are, as it's not on the board, as you people probably can see at home.
Next event in the pool, event number 13, the junior varsity girls 100-yard freestyle.
100 free is up next, junior varsity. Zara Haig, lane 1. Hannah Fernandez, lane 2. Paige Tullock, lane 3. Aaliyah DeWiddle, lane 4. Lucy Norman, lane 5. And River Koski in lane 6. Again, a junior varsity event. Most will be finishing somewhere between, it looks like a 101 and a 106. Right around the 1 minute mark. In the first half of this, Farmington lane 4 hits the wall first at exactly 30 seconds. 30.26 to be exact. Lane 3, Eagan, hot on her heels. Lane 5, Eagan, hits the wall on a return. Young lady from Farmington will win this one. Then it looks like it's going to be Eagan, lane 3, Farmington, lane 2, Eagan, lane 1, Eagan, lane 5. And then finishing out will be Farmington with a finishing time in lane 4 with first place is 103.13. Second place a 104.84. Third place a 106. And in fourth place a 106.80. The third place was a 106.08. All right. This brings up the varsity portion. All will be somewhere around the 1 minute to less mark. Allison Luker will be in lane 1. Michaela Cordes, Megan Wall, Summer Cruzy, Tara Lee, and Michaela Gabrielson. All is clean, says Frank Gartner. Head referee. He's been in swimming for a long time. I know he's been roughing for quite a few years. He's done some club coaching in the past. His two daughters both swam at Xavier, Caroline and Lorelei. He's been around the pool for a few years. After the first 50, it's Farmington lane 4 and lane 3 Eagan, stroke for stroke. They're going to hit the far wall at the same time. Lane 3, 2, and 6 will hit the wall at the same time. It's going to be a home stretch. They're both on each other's heels. It's elbow to elbow all the way in, and it's going to be an Eagan finish with oh my goodness. An arm's length. Nice race, girls. Nice race with an Eagan finish. In first place, a 57.34. Second place, a 57.77. Third place goes to 1 minute, 0.07. And in fourth place, a 1:01.24. Now that was a fun race. Next up will be the 500. Sit back and enjoy. In this particular race, you're going to have about 6.5 to 7 minutes worth of enjoyment. Uninterrupted.
The next event in the pool, event number 15.
Unless you call my commentary interruption, then it will be interrupted. For Eagan, in lane 1, this will be a junior varsity event. Haley Craigie, Izzy Artwater in lane 2, Maddie Gerrans, lane 3, Olivia Macieij. I hate to even try, Joe. And then Megan Labashane in lane 5. Nobody will be in lane 6. This will be 20 laps. As we talked about last time, some like to get out early, swim a little harder, and then coast and kind of figure out where they fit in the whole thing. And then there's others that just try to find that steady pace and then maybe put a little kick towards the end. I would try to keep some split times on some people, but that's an awful lot of high math for an announcer like me. Young lady from Farmington
Announce the results
out
for the girls' 1
at
meter
this
diving
point.
Competition.
And hopefully we can get
These are the junior varsity scores.
This will be for
The
diving,
exhibition
folks.
part, Asaya Shah with a 49 and Ella Bailey with a 50.4. Katie Goggin with a 52.5. Martha Martinez in second place with a 58.2. And winning the junior varsity 1 meter dive, Olivia Madden with a 66.7.
And there are some scores given to you by the pool announcer here at Eagan. And as I see it across the way, at current, the home team has 54. The visiting Tigers from Farmington have 56. So this meet is very close.
Event number 10, the girls 1 meter diving varsity. Here are your scores.
Here are the scores for varsity.
In fifth place from Farmington, Brooke Kuntz with a score of 102.85. In fourth place from Eagan, Gwen Herka with a score of 120.90. In third place from Eagan, Han Song Trong with a score of 121.3. In second place from Farmington, Finn Samuel with a score of 124.5. And winning the girls 1 meter diving competition from Eagan, Julia Schluter with a score of 173.10.
Gwen Schluter taking top honors this evening. Congratulations to her, the Eagan dive team. On about lap 12, it looks as though the young lady from Farmington in lane 4 has got about a half a pool length lead over the second place swimmer at Eagan in lane 3. And the other 3 swimmers are basically neck and neck. So this could turn out to be nice at the end, a little competition. Last week I put out an APB with some of the seniors on the Eagan squad about their highs during a girls' swim season. Here's some stuff from Captain Olivia Madden. Thought you might enjoy some of this. The most rewarding captain experience. Just talking out problems with teammates when they're down and having a hard day. Her favorite stroke or dive and why? The inward somersault. It feels like second nature to me and I don't have to really think about form or anything. Favorite team memory? Whenever Moose would drive Gwen and me around in her Jeep. Moose must be a nickname for someone on the squad. We would play one direction and have the windows down. Favorite pre-meet meal or snack? Noodles, mac and cheese. Most adventurous thing you've done? Gone bungee jumping. Glad that's still a thing. That sounds like fun. Advice to young swimmers and divers. Make friends with teammates in other grades. Don't stick to the people you already know. Good advice for the rest of us to take. Get outside our box. Meet some people. Meet and greet. No, Joe's staying in his box, he says. When we get to the varsity, I'll give you another from team captain Teresa Gotti. I'm sure someone will be interested. We got the cowbell, which signifies the last lap of the individual that's leading this particular event, and that happens to be the young lady from Farmington. In lane 4, Olivia M-A-C-I-E-J. I hate to even begin to try to pronounce it. I'm sure it's simple enough once you hear it. And she finishes with a 6:22.70. She took the lead and never looked back. And she easily had a lap and a half lead. In second place is going to be the young lady in lane 3 from Eagan, Maddie Gerrans, the sophomore. And she is going to finish with a time of a 6:56.93. Third place goes into a 7:01.34. That's lane 5. And in fourth place is a 7:05.69 down in lane 2. And in lane 1, she will finish with a 7:20.69. I think I got everybody on that one. Next up, the 500, the varsity. Bailey Schmidt will be in lane 1. Parker Risch, lane 2. Claire Kenseth for Eagan, lane 3. Maddie Cardoza, lane 4. Amanda Gordon, lane 5. And Abby Olson, lane 6. Claire Kenseth setting in a scheduled time of a 5:13.72, and I believe she did that just last week against, who did they just swim against? Oh, for crying out loud. I was just here the other day.
In lane number 1, Bailey Schmidt. Lane number 2,
Shakopee, that's who it was.
lane number 3, Claire Kenseth.
So she'll get out, she'll pick her stride, and she will grind it out.
Number 5, Amanda Gordon. And lane number 6, Abby Wilson.
Maddie Cardoza out without a half a body length lead from Farmington in lane 4. Claire staying course, swimming her race, just finding that pace that she's comfortable with. And I'm sure she'll be there at the end. As we talked about earlier at the beginning of the program, Eagan not winning a lot of meets, and that's okay. There will be those up and downs, those ebbs and flows to the season within the conference. You lose some quality seniors on their way out. You know, the backfill comes from the freshmen and the sophomores. But at this point, when you know you've lost a series of meets within the conference, what do you build on? You build on the individual stuff. Are your times getting better? Are your flip turns getting better? Is your underwater work getting better? Focus on those individual things that make your team better. They can put you in a better position to maybe not win the meet, but maybe you win your race. Capitalize on those small victories. Claire Kenseth and Maddie Cardoza sticking with each other. The young lady for Farmington out, Abby Olson out in lane 6, holding her own. Lanes 1 and 2 putting up a little battle with each other. Claire hits the wall first in lane 3. They're on lap 10. Or I'm sorry, 9. I think I talked about earlier in one of the meets, I believe it was Burnsville, when they were first here at the beginning of the season, when you're watching down on the far end where they've got the numbers, if the numbers are being pushed up and down, it means something. If they're being waved from side to side, that means something different. And if they're just stuck in the water, not moving at all, it's my understanding that just keep that pace. That's what it's being told. That particular lap, Claire Kenseth, the number 11, just went down. No waving at all. So it must be just keep the pace. Claire starting to stretch this out. She probably has about a 2 body length lead as of right now. Swimming strong. Looking forward to seeing what she's going to put together at sections this fall in the prelims and the finals. Claire being a junior this year. Her dad, the assistant coach here at Eagan. Really starting to kind of stretch it out here from the young lady from Farmington now. 1, 2, 3, maybe a 4 body length lead does Claire have over Maddie at this point. The young lady in lane 6 for Farmington. She's holding her own out there. She's not that far from her teammate in lane 4, quite honestly. She's got time to fill that gap if need be. They're on lap 15. Not sure if Claire has picked up the pace or if she's just simply out grinding. But she knows where she wants to flip, and she's coming out of the underwater looking just fine as she continues to just slowly grind it out and spread that distance. In third place, if I were to have to call it, is out in lane 6. You take a look here where lane 1 is at. Claire gets the bell for the last lap. Then it'll be the young Farmington lady in lane 4. In third place at current is going to be the young lady in lane 6. Then it'll be the lane 2 for Farmington and lane 5, both hitting it at the same time. Let's keep an eye on that battle. And then down here in lane 1. All right, here we go. Claire is going to take this one walking away. She'll have about a half a pool length lead by the time she gets finished. Chewing this one up and spitting it out. All right, here we go. Third place will go out to Farmington in lane 6. However, the battle for fourth place is going to be between lane 2 and lane 5. Who wants it, ladies? Come on, let's bring it home. Bring it home. And it looks like it's going to be who's got the longer arms. Lane 2 takes the fourth place finish. So let's review. Top place finishing a 5:41.49. Second place, a 5:48.82. Third place goes to lane 6, 5:54.60. Fourth place, a 5:55.91. Fifth place, 5:56.37. And in sixth place, lane 1, 6:03.29. And that takes care of the 500 for the evening. Next up, the 200 freestyle relay.
The next event in the pool, event number 17, the Junior Varsity Girls 200 Freestyle Relay.
I'll try and get the names in here. They're down and back, and it all happens so quick. By the time I get done rattling the names, usually in these relays, the race becomes done. But I'll do my best. Olivia Madden, Ella Bailey, Gwen Herka, and Katie Gogan will be in lane 1 for the Wildcats. Haley Craigie, Megan Labashane, Annika Swaminathan, and Amanda Gordon for Eagan, lane 3. For Farmington, Sasha Fallon, Aubrey Sontag, Parker Samuel, and River Kosgi for Farmington, and in Eagan in lane 5. Hansan Truong, Lily Rodriguez, Jenna Teagland, and Asa Shah. So it looks like we got some diver relays is what we like to call them. Getting the divers in there, doing a quick 50. That's all right, the girls enjoy that.
Second swimmers.
At least that's what I'm told. I'd have to ask them on an individual basis whether they enjoy it or not.
Lane number 4, Aubrey Sontag. And lane number 5, Lily Rodriguez. the third swimmers. In lane number 1, Gwen Perka. Lane number 3, Annika Swamathan. Lane number 4, Parker Samuel. And lane number 5, Jenna Eagan.
Farmington was leading this one in lane 4, and again, as I'm rattling out the names, things change. I have to admit, I'm not sure who's ahead of who, because sometimes they can end up being a lap ahead. And Farmington was a lap ahead, so they will win this one.
And the final swimmers, lane number 1, Katie Bergen. Lane number 2,
Although the clock apparently is not stopping, or it's just simply not giving me the total time. Lane, that can't be right. It's saying that lane 5 came in first place. No, now clock's going to continue to keep running. Tell you what, why don't I wait till the end of the race? I was going to try and give you the numbers, but the clocks either stop and don't give me a number, or they just start running again. So I'm not sure what's going on. First place goes to lane 3. Second place goes to lane 1. Third place goes to lane 5.
Lane 4 was disqualified.
And lane 4 was DQ'd, the way it sounds. I think somebody took off too early. I thought I saw, but I did not see nor pay attention to the referees if they raised a hand or not. So, all that being said, we move on to the varsity portion of the 200 free relay.
It's the varsity girls 200-yard freestyle relay.
For Eagan in lane 1, Bren Williams, Ashlyn McCauley, Stella Phelps, and Maddie Gerrans. Lane 2 for Farmington, Nella Bruja, Claire Duhlman, Bryn Allison, and Caitlin Radke. Lane 3, Teresa Gotti, Megan Wall, Allison Luker, Claire Kenseth. In lane 4, Tigers, Taylor Gergen, Michaela Udell, Michaela Gabrielson, and Maddie Cordoza. In lane 5 for the Eganites, Malaya Cartier, Kate Teagland, Tara Lee, and Lucy Norman. The Lady Tigers in lane 6, Harper Hoppy, Olivia MACIEJ, Hannah Fernandez, and Leah Warmka. Wonder if she's related to a gentleman I know by the name of Rob Warmka. Rob, if you're listening, good afternoon.
Third swimmers in the pool.
At current, lane 3, lane 4, Farmington neck and neck. Claire Kenseth is in this relay, just got done with the 500. My gosh, that's pouring it on. Go out and do a quick 500 and then turn right back around and do another quick 50. All right, here we go. They're both coming into the wall at the same time. It's going to be a 1-1 finish. Here they go. 3, 4, both lanes hit at the same time. Down they come back. All right, here we come. Who wants it more? Who's going to want it? It looks like Farmington stretching it out just a little bit. Is she going to hold on? Is she going to hold on? About an arm's length, yes. Farmington grabs that one. Lane 4 takes a 1:49.04. Lane 3, a 1:49.12. That's second place. Third place, a 1:53.83 in lane 5. And in lane 2, fourth place finish, a 2:06.63. Fifth place, 2:01.05. And in lane 1, a 2:13.47. And that takes care of the 200 free relay. Up next, the 100-yard backstroke, junior varsity.
The next event in the pool is event number 19, the junior varsity girls 100-yard backstroke.
During this race, I'll try and get the comments from the other captain on that I'd like to share with you. That'll be from Captain Teresa Gotti. However, at the forefront right now is the 100-yard backstroke junior varsity, Annika Swimenathan in lane 1. Izzy Allwater in lane 2, Leah Warmka, lane 4, Bryn Williams, lane 5, and Harper Hoppy in lane 6. From Teresa Gotti, favorite stroke is the fly because I have a fast turnover and I rarely drop time in the fly, so it's very rewarding to do it. Favorite team memory has been the trip to Duluth, but before that it was sections. Favorite pre-meet snack is Cheez-Its. Best advice I've ever received was to appreciate yourself every day. Advice I can give to the younger swimmers: find ways to make swimming fun, like interact with your lane and set goals for yourself so that practice is enjoyable every day. You got to keep in mind, people, that some of these kids are putting in between 7,500 and 10,000 yards a day, so they've got to talk to somebody in between. You hear that, Joe? You got to talk to somebody once in a while? No, he's still not going for it. He wants his own lane, the way it sounds to me. Stay out of Joe's lane. And the backstroke finish. Lane 4 is a 1:16.63. Second place goes to lane 6 at a 1:19. Third place finish will come in at a 1:28.39, and fourth place a 1:29.41. And fifth place is a 1:35.83. That takes us to the varsity portion. Of the backstroke. Eagan in lane 1 will Bailey Schmidt. Abby Olson for Farmington, lane 2. Kate Teagland will be lane 3 for Eagan. Kate Lynch, lane 4 for Farmington. Zasha Padilla, lane 5 for Eagan. And Michaela Udell, the 8th grader from Farmington, lane 6. Off to a clean start. Down and back twice. Lane 2 and lane 4. Hit the wall first on the way back. Lanes 3 and 5 hit the wall at the same time. Lane 6 is holding her own out there at current. It's a Lane 2, 3, and 6 are in first, second, and third place. Lane 4 with a lead. About a half a body to a 1 body length lead over a counterpart in lane 6. It's going to be too close to call for second and third place. It looks like the first place finish is going to be in lane 4. Second place finish will go to lane 6. Third place finish lane 3. Lane 4, Eagan, will be the first one in for Eagan. So the first place finish, a 1:08.49. Second place goes to a 1:09.52 in lane 6. And third place, a 1:10.22 in lane 2. I'm sorry, in third place is in lane 2. And in fourth place goes to lane 3, a 1:12.13. Fifth place, a 1:13.42. And in sixth place, a 1:19.03 down here in lane 1.
Next event in the pool, event number 21, the girls 100-yard breaststroke junior varsity.
Next up is the breaststroke. Junior varsity, Bryn Allison, Assellison, Sasha Fallon, Stella Phelps, and River Kosgei. Kosgei. Teammates standing down the far end of the pool cheering on their teammates. That's wonderful to see. At current, the home squad has 67 points. The visitor, Farmington, has 73. So with a good breaststroke performance and maybe a good relay at the end by the Eagan Cats, they could get this one still. Lane 4 for Farmington. Again, this is a JV heat. She's in the lead. Long glide underwater. And she will walk away with this one handily in lane 4 with a 1:30.67. It looks like Eagan will finish second place out in lane 5 with a 1:40.28. Tigers in lane 2, a 1:42.52, will finish in third place. Fourth place, lane 6 with a 1:53.55. That's it. Next up, varsity.
Next event in the pool is event number 22, the varsity girls.
Paige Tolick, Eagan, lane 1. L.A. Bruja for the Tigers in lane 2. Zara Hake, lane 3. Taylor Gergen, lane 4. Molly Tolick, lane 5. And Claire Duhlman in lane 6, the 7th grader from Farmington.
Paige Tolick. Lane number 2, Leila Bruja. Lane number 3, Sahara Huck. Lane number 4, Taylor Goodman. Lane number 5,
Keep this meet close.
lane number 6.
Egan's going to have to get some points on the board this time around. If they don't, it could be a foregone conclusion before we ever get to the 400 free relay. Farmington, lane 4, really taking off with this one. Lane 3 for Eagan, holding a minute. She needs her teammate in lane 5 to pick up the pace. Farmington will take this one running away. She's got about a third of a pool length lead over Egan's first place swimmer. Stretching that out. She will finish with a 1:11.13. Second place Eagan will be coming in lane 3 with a 1:18. Third place finish will come in lane 2, a 1:21.27. Fourth place, a 1:21.92. Fifth place, a 1:26.10. And in sixth place, lane 1 with a 1:32.08. That takes us to the final event of the evening, the 400 free relay. This will be a junior varsity.
Next event in the pool is event number 23, the girls.
It will be a Farmington race only. One team, Farmington only. Leah Warmka, Hannah Fernandez, Izzy Outwater, and Aubrey Sontag. The only thing that this race will provide is a race against the clock for the Farmington 4. Giving these young ladies an opportunity to see what they can do with their each portion of the 100. Current score as posted is still 67-73. I do not believe that includes the breaststroke. Leah finished that one with a 38-27 on the last lap. Hannah Fernandez now in the pool, cruising right along. Currently they are at a 143 and counting. They're now at the 2-minute mark. Swimmer number 3. That last lap was a 34.99. And at current, the clock starts ticking again here. Currently at a 2:47 and counting. Izzy, an 8th grader. Current clock tick at 3:15. An 8th grader is Izzy. Hopefully she's got a lot of yards left to put in. And that takes us to our final leg of the 400. At 33 minutes, 47 seconds and counting. To the captains that submitted me their comments for the evening, I thank you for that. Appreciate being able to share a little bit with the audience about you people. Not only are you athletes, you're other things outside the pool, and that's a good deal. Being a well-rounded person, athletics is just a portion of it. And this race will finish at a 4:48.44 for the Farmington JV. Final event of the evening, the 400 free relay varsity. Lane 1 will be wide open as nobody will be in it. So we'll start out in lane 2 with the Tigers. Maddie Cardoza, Michaela Gabrielson, Abby Olson, and Michaela Cardoza. Must be sisters, I'm guessing. Took me a little while to figure that one out. Megan Wall for Eagan. In lane 3, Allison Luker, Claire Kenseth, and Teresa Gotti. In lane 3, Michaela Udell, Taylor Gergen, Kate Lynch, and Summer Krause. In lane 4 for the Farmington squad, Kate Lebo, Kate Teaglin, Paige Tolek, Bailey Schmidt. For Eagan in lane 5, Ayla DeWild, Josie Riddlin, Parker Risch, and Stacy Grinyayev. Hope I said that right. That'll round out the Tigers in lane 6. At current, Eagan has about a 2-body length lead in lane 3 over Farmington in lane 4. Off for swimmer number 2 we go. Farmington in lane 2 and 4th both take off at the same time. Now Eagan had a lead going into this one, and Farmington, both lanes 2 and 4, closing that gap and quickly. So Farmington lane 4 and Eagan lane 3 will hit the wall at approximately the same time, with lane 2 close on her heels. Lane 5 and 6 will hit the wall at about the same time, maybe a half a body length lead in lane 6. But the underwater work of Eagan on that one caught her up very quickly. Nicely played. Underwater work, so important. Back to lanes 3 and 4. Farmington now has about an elbow to hand length lead. The third swimmers of each of these relays as off they go. The young lady from Eagan with that nice water work ended up coming up about a body length lead over her competitor in lane 6. Farmington grabbing the lead in lane 4, about a half a body length at best. So if Claire wants it, she's going to have to go get it. Here we go. Farmington lane 2, about a body length to 2 body lengths respectively. Lane 4 starting to stretch it out for Farmington. Got about a 2 body length lead now over Claire from Eagan. We were watching a race out in lane 5 and 6. Farmington has stretched that one out to about a 2 body length lead. And here comes the 4th swimmer of 4 for Farmington in lane 4. Farmington got about a 4 body length lead in lane 4 over Eagan, who's down the far end, makes her flip. She's got a lot of pool to make up. Lane 2 from Farmington. Not far behind her, about equal distance between 2 and 3 as there is 1 and 2. Barring something odd and out of the ordinary, Farmington's on the last flip of their relay. Barring a cramp or a major malfunction, she will win this race going away. Eagan given a great last effort. They will come in second place. First place finish at 3:55. Second place at 3:58. Third place will go to Farmington in lane 2 with a 4:03. Fourth place will be at lane 6 for Farmington. That will be a 4:15.09, and rounding it out for Eagan in lane 5 with a 4:19.89 will be Eagan in lane 5. Well, we went into that race with a 67-73 score, and with the breaststroke, the backstroke, and the 400 relay, just from a casual observer's point of view, I think Farmington ended up walking out with this one. As the referees converge, slap each other on the back, discuss any potential corrections. Otherwise, this one should be in the books once they grab the abacus, roll the beads, and do their cheers. Again, all of you out there might want to do some advertising or working with the girls swim program. You missed about 150 to 200 people here tonight. Get your product out there. teams looking tired. It is mid-season. And they give each other the salute. That's all wonderful for the sportsmanship department. This weekend, I believe, don't quote me on it, take a look on your schedules, is team sections, I think being held over in Hastings. Don't know if all teams are going to show up, if Eagan's going to show up.
And this concludes our meet tonight between Eagan and Farmington. The final score was Farmington 107, Eagan 79. Congratulations all swimmers and divers.
All right, as you heard it, Farmington did walk away with the 107 final tally. Eagan in the high 70s. As I was saying, true team sections, I believe, are this weekend. Do not know if Eagan will be attending that one or not. Some teams choose to, some do not. I'm sure you can find that on the Eagan girls website, or the coaches will let the students know. Ask your student, ask your favorite swimmer. Until then, have a great weekend. I am Microphone Tonga speaking on behalf of the ETV crew here. Cast of 2, 3, something like that, who always do a fantastic job. Joe's going to wrap it up here for us. He's going to get back in his lane and head home for the evening. Joe, I'm going to do the same. To all of you out there, thank you very much. Eagan TV, thank you for allowing me. And we will see you next Tuesday, I believe, as our final home meet. No, the 24th, I'm told. All right, the 24th then will be the final home meet of the season. So until then, be safe, be well.